Howdy folks, welcome back to the Taylor Brooks Road to the Show series here on MLB 23 PS5, episode 367. It's the start of year 11, which means we are officially on the back half of our career, and what a beautiful way to finish that front half with a World Series victory. If you haven't checked out the rest of the series, go check it out. I made an oopsie again. I did it in the Alex series as well, where I didn't save the offseason. The biggest difference is nothing. We still signed a 2-year deal. Everything looks normal. Chance went an extra overall point, I think. We actually got one more closer, but our bullpen is better. But in that same vein, we lost out on Brian Rocchio coming over to the team as well. So it is what it is. You see very similar regressions and stuff. Luis Torrens is going to catch us this year, so we need to work on our relationship with him and Joey Bart. Tirso Ornelas will now play right field. Nick Lofton's going to be out in left. Everything's going to be fine. J-Rod's still here. He's still signed to only 2 more years, actually. He's had a pretty good career. Had a legendary swing in the postseason with us last year. So, yeah, let's get into this. We are facing off against the Cleveland Guardians, who we saw last year in the ALDS. We swept them. They've got a couple 85s followed by some mid. Michael Chen is still a great closer for them. And then lineup-wise, you're still probably going to see Torkelson. Yeah, Miguel Moreno, Gabe Arias. Torkelson hits absolute taters. 41 of them last year, up to 200 on his career. Jorge Mejia. Colson Montgomery is a pretty good player. He's a great fielding third baseman. Has been for a while. Jesus Sanchez, another former teammate dude, also hits bombs just against righties, though. Drew Romo, good switching in catcher. Roberto Campos and Rodolfo Castro. So this is actually a pretty good team to start off against. So let's get into this. Our first start of the year. We're at home. Doesn't get much more beautiful than that. Let's wear these and watch our guys claim that trophy here to start this episode. Oh, what a beautiful thing it is.
This season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute.
Are we not gonna claim that trophy?
Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Seattle Mariners.
Is that not a thing in this game? I could have sworn it was a thing.
Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Seattle Mariners with very low expectations heading into the season despite their World Series win last year. You know, this is unusual. Not often do you see a team go from the penthouse to the doghouse.
Not the doghouse. We just won in a waning year of our prime. That's why I only signed a 2-year deal, so we do have an out at one point. But I wanted to dedicate 2 more years to this Seattle team. Gunner's projected for a 7.8 WAR. That's awfully impressive. So I guess you don't get any like trophy holding thing. You just get a let's go, man. Well, Taylor Brooks looks the exact same this year. I kind of comfortable where he looks right now. No need to change things up yet. 33 starts last year, 16-9. Don't forget the World Series. That's all I care about. And here we go. Year 11 is underway with a strike. So that is Luis Torrens behind the plate. Here's how we line up in the field. Pretty solid. Specifically the infield. Gunner's down to a silver, which I didn't expect, but he's not. He's better than a silver. His arm strength really makes up for a lot.
And that one fouled off.
So that one's fouled off.
0-2 now.
Taylor struck him out. 96 up at the top of the zone. 1 down.
For strike 3. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. In there, and it's
Good circle change.
A former MVP, he features a 2-seam fastball, a changeup, A slider.
It's hit hard. Not really. Bobby's going to take it. And that is 2 down. So here's old Spencer Torkelson. What a relief it is to watch Taylor win a World Series and not have to worry about that for the rest of our career. Stott stops it and got him still. That's what Bryson Stott does. And it's 1-2-3. Mariners off to a good start, and I'm sure, yeah, we're on that. Let's go and switch it back to the show some screen. And Pete Crow Armstrong, who was legendary, to say the least, in the postseason. It's one up the middle. Cannot quite beat it. 1 down.
Just an outstanding play.
So here's the cleanup hitter.
Pete has been somewhat of a disappointment since getting to Seattle.
And first offering is fouled off.
But that really hasn't stopped me from liking his time here, mainly because of what he did in the playoffs. He drove like 17 runs in the postseason, which is a very high amount. We had a lot of high performers in the postseason. Bobby Turner really turned it up. And makes me like Bobby a lot more as well, because Bobby's had some rough times here in Seattle. But that, man, especially that 3-run home run. I mean, you got your big hitters. J-Rod and Julio had their moment, or J-Rod and Gunnar had their moments in the postseason, but it's Stott and Petey and Bobby Turner. Aaron Seo with a hit or two, with some big hits. JT Schwartz. I mean, Nick Fortes. Ryan Jeffers. Everybody in the postseason really had their moments where it's like, we couldn't have done it without you. And that is the beauty of a World Series run. Taylor being the most effective out of all of them, though. In his 7 starts he took in the postseason, we won 7 games. All 7. Taylor's credited for a win in 6 of them. He threw 2 complete game shutouts, maybe 3. Now, he might have thrown 3 complete games, 2 shutouts. Middle of the 2nd.
I think the key is
And a double from Nick Lofton, then Ornelas drives one in as well. Tirso. So it's 2-0 here in Seattle. That's a strike, Blue. I think we have a chance of being okay. It's going to be interesting. I don't know, man. Like, they are rating us pretty low, but this team has, I mean, they're better than the 22nd ranking. We need some good bullpen performances, and we need some of the other starters to step up, but I think the lineup's fine. Carried by, like, Bryson Stott, Pete, and Gunnar this year. Julio's going to play fine when he gets the chance. He's a DH at this point. And as a DH, did they really hurt his hitting? Yeah, a little bit, but they really hit his fielding hard. So he's a 62 fielding now, so he's not going to get many opportunities. But 74, 64, and then 62, 56. Going to be a 6-hole hitter for us. I'm cool with it. I think he'll be fine. On the ground, Bobby plays it straight up, fires over to first. Schwartz has it, and that is 2 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult.
Something we don't talk about enough so far is the fact that Taylor almost threw a no-hitter in Game 5 of the World Series. Really was pitching well. That's on the ground. Schwartz has it, and that will be the middle of the 3rd. So 3 scoreless for Taylor so far, looking good. Couple walks, and nobody can get him in.
Welcome back. Start of the 4th. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Miguel Moreno. There's a strike.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think
Let's go change up here, see if we can get Moreno to chase.
Pitch misses.
Not yet.
And that's ball 1.
How about a curve?
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Oh, want to throw that one again. Let's keep it off the plate here.
That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And down on strike.
We strike him out, 1 down.
1 gone here. And the batter will be the shortstop, Gabriel
Second
Arias.
strikeout of the day for Moreno.
And first offering is fouled off.
See, that one's running out.
Hitless
And this
so far in the
changeup
game.
is just going to cut back in.
Second
Oh,
offering is in for a
you don't see
strike.
many pitches that good. To the curveball. Arias swung through it. 2 down.
1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. In the dirt.
Got him 2 down, and that won't
Throws
come
to
out. That's it.
first.
Middle of the
And that
4th.
will end the inning.
That's a 1-2-3.
Back at T-Mobile Park, we go to the top of the 5th. Now
Taylor's
4-0
dealing
for
right
the
now.
Guardians.
Jorge Mejia's pretty good.
Mejia.
Good bat in this
First
lineup,
offering,
though.
and it just misses.
You know, these Guardians just aren't putting together very many
Short
good
guy.
at-bats in this one. We're in the
Tubby
back
little
half of
guy.
the game, and they're still searching for a base runner.
And he has hit us before from that. Am I not mistaken? Jorge Mejia is 5 for 8 against us with 2 homers.
Great
So.
out there on the mound, no doubt. But it's also been a disappointing
Prior to this
performance
game,
at
he's
the plate
5
to
for
this
7
point.
with 2 homers.
The 1-1
And
is
if we
fouled
throw in
off.
pitches like that, it makes sense. So,
Got
with
him.
new catchers,
Strikeout number 7.
it seems kind of got a round robin of catchers we go through.
Colson Montgomery.
It's whoever's in the best spot to catch.
And he swings
And
misses.
again, it does really affect
And as we get deeper, it's
being a
not gonna
pitcher
get any
because you
easier.
get plus
These at-bats are gonna
25
feel
control
more and more desperate
if you have the
every
friendship
out the rest of
boost
the
on
way.
max with a catcher. So
The Guardians still
every
looking
game we
for their
throw
first hit
is
this
going to boost that
next pitch is
just a
outside.
bit. So, like for Luis Torrens, we should have a +5 by maybe the end of April. I mean, after 4 starts, +10 after
That's to
8,
third. Fair
and
ball.
then, well, that's the first hit of the day
And that
for the
goes into
Guardians.
corner.
Comes off
Now
our
he'll
former
turn for
teammate
second,
Colson
and
Montgomery.
he pulls in with a double
And then
first
plus
hit of the
25
year.
around the halfway point of this,
Good two-strike
after
inning right there.
throwing half a
Bit of
season's
rough
worth
start
to
for
somebody.
some, so that was
But then
nicely done to beat the
you know,
odds.
you're throwing to both catchers, so that's where things get a little muddy.
The other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the
So
ball
last
be beat.
year was a big deal because we had our full,
Brooks.
you know,
One of the best
relationship
strikeout
with a
pitchers
guy
in the
named
game,
Rene
and that
Pinto.
certainly is a benefit to him when
And
he's in a spot
then
like this.
Pinto ended
Next
up
offering
getting
is
hurt.
fouled back.
And so Nick Fortes stepped in. We were already getting a little bit of Fortes, as for the same for Daryl Harris.
Well, you gotta be
But
ready to
so we
strike
developed the
back.
relationship with
Runners scoring
Fortes, and we got to plus 25 right before the playoffs began. But then when the playoffs started, I thought it was going to go between Fortes and
Batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Fortes and what's his name? Daryl Harris. But it ended up being Fortes and Jeffers, and I had never worked with Jeffers. So we threw 2 or 3 starts to Jeffers in the postseason, and I did not want to because of the control problems. But we
And
get...
down on strikes, and that'll
Who
do
was
it.
that?
Still nothing
What's your
on it.
name? I don't know. Goodbye. Couple long, can't score him.
Back here at the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Roberto Campos.
Into the 6th we go.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Ah, poop.
Good eye right there.
Well, that two-seam fastball is a great pitch from a right-hander to a right-handed batter. Just really teases the inside part of the plate, runs in on the hands.
Kicks and deals. Strike 2.
Looking at the slider here. Got him.
Swing and a miss.
One down.
Out, and that's the first out.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Castro takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And there's the strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider.
Taylor's not actually that good in opening day starts, but he's been on it today. That slider is beautiful. 2 down.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches.
But it's nice to spend a couple more years in Seattle. If you're wondering how long that will be, in case you were like desperately wanting Taylor to leave to Seattle, and you still do. He will be back in free. Not to say we won't return to the Mariners for an even longer amount of time, but he will be back in free agency in 2 seasons from now. So around 70 days. So count your days in March, and then go all the. Oh.
Swung on, belted. That one back there.
Nice call. Count your days in March. Go through all of April and all of May, and then like beginning of June, we will be on the market again. So start of summer.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
That'll be heading into year 13.
And ball 1.
Taylor still spent the majority amount of his time as an Oriole.
But just couldn't hang the edge.
In fact, it feels like he's been with the Mariners for a long time, but we're barely over 100 days with him. 100 episodes. So he spent probably 250 plus with the O's. But doing this will get him closer to spending more time with the Mariners than he did with the Orioles. And you might know this by the Alex series, but I don't want to hop around like non-stop, like 8 or 9 different teams to take a World Series to each or play with each. I kind of want to stick around, get rooted in one place. We've put base runners on, haven't scored since that 2-run inning. It's been tough. Not for Taylor. Taylor's killing it.
In for a strike. And it's 0-1. Brooks into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The line of the pitch.
Change up, not quite where I wanted it, but that works all the better.
Hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Off the mark there. Ball 1. Pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. Next one misses, and that's ball 2.
2-1.
So this season will wrap up around episode 400. Actually, right on the dot if we don't make the playoffs. No, because we have our All-Star episode. But sometimes I run through the All-Star break. But not now that I'm recording in the morning. This is not recorded in the morning. I just figured I might get the next one along. I usually play another game if I want to play, and I don't. And it's not the morning, but he went. Yeah, he did. Don't let Jesus fool you. He has no discipline. A great start to the year, 14 Ks.
really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Jesus is not a baller.
Pitch misses there. 2-1. And a strike.
Beat him upstairs. 2-2 down. Fouled off.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And now it's filled up.
So 3-2 to Romo. We got him. That's a dot. Middle of the 5th, or middle of the 8th, another strikeout for Taylor. One of his, maybe his best opening day start yet. Tirso drives in 1, then Petey drives in 2 more, and it's 5-0. This one is looking very much in the favor of the Mariners. We get a call. So to be 1-0, that'll be nice.
And a pop-up right side.
JT Schwartz gets there, 1 down.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Rodolfo Castro.
But Rodolfo is going to get the 2nd hit of the day for the Guardians. And so they put one on for Spencer Torkelson, who can change a shutout. Oh, no, this is Miguel Moreno. I'm an idiot. We're not that deep into the order yet.
He's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Castro at first, 1 gone.
Cutters. All right, didn't cut very much.
Bounce to the left side, and it goes just foul.
Well,
Stays alive. At the belt.
1-2, pitch 100. It's on the ground. How about a 100 pitch shutout? Goodbye. Get up and get out of here. Mariners win at 5-0. Taylor just 1-0 on the year, and the title defense begins with a win. We beat Scotty Mesa and the good Guardians team pretty bad here today. No bullpen needed. 9 innings, 2 hits, no walks, none earned, and 15 Ks for Taylor as he comes out and crushes this Guardians team. You absolutely love to see it. I want to see it tomorrow too. So come back tomorrow. Every day you will see another Taylor start, another Taylor episode, another Alex episode as well. So come join in for that. We will see Alex Parker and the Angels in the next one. If Alex is even still playing, that's a good question. Yeah, he regressed a good bit to an 83. How about the other guys? Max is a 98. Cam's still a 99. Future Hall of Famer, also future Hall of Famer here. Chance took a pretty big dive down to... Oh, we waived Jaden Hill? I don't understand that one. We do have Garrett Rotto. He's got some potential. You never know who's going to make it, you know? Yeah, Chance has regressed a good bit, and then Cam and Max are still on the top of their games. Alex has gone down a little bit, and Adam is still very much on the top of his game. He did lose some power, though, a good bit, actually, versus both righties and lefties. I mean, he's only 5'9", 160. But... he's still good. He's got that contact working for him. Super fast. Super good in the field. So he's going to be just fine. He's only made 5 errors in his whole career. A 92 career WAR. I think the only guy close to him is Cam at 87. Then Taylor's not even there. Taylor's close. Taylor's getting there. Taylor, by the way, fielding independent pitching. His FIP is a negative .33. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, Taylor's not even leading in WAR for a career. Chance is up there too, if I'm not mistaken. 58.7. Never mind. I lied. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That's it for me. That's Taylor Brooks, episode 367 in the books.